What I want to show you in this video is how to make a female vocal sound kind of like a male vocal. So in the case of this, I want this vocal part that happens right here. Let me just play it for you. I want to make it so there's like a male voice singing along with that to make it seem more like an anthem kind of thing, like a crowd of people, not just Darian, the singer of this song. So let me show you how I would do that. First off, we have our lead vocal right here. And we have a double of it. I'm going to open up a plugin called Nectar 3. Really, any doubling plugin should do a pretty good job of this. Important not to use just a widener. Something that is specifically a doubler is going to do a better job. Go and open up the harmony tab here, and it kind of defaults to giving you a unison. So a unison being a double, and it gives you two of them. So I like to pound them hard left and right. Here's the catch with something like this. So no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, it will sound fake. So you actually want to lean into it being fake to hide it, blend it into the mix more. So rather than just making it like one voice, I'm making it two voices. So I can kind of smear it into the mix a little bit, and that'll pay off further down the line. So I've made a unison double on either side. You can have a listen to that. Right, still sounds like the same voice though. Important to note, I click this little voices only button. That just gets rid of the center channel. That's the original, so it's only the wet signal essentially. So that's step one. I make it two voices. Now, how I make it sound like a male voice though, that's kind of the trick. And I like to use little Alterboy for that. So it is a pitch plugin, but more importantly for this, it has a formant shift. So by lowering the formant, the voice kind of starts to sound more masculine without actually changing pitch. So watch this. Right? And again, yes, doesn't sound real, but if we can blend it in, it might just work. Right, now let's turn off little Alterboy. Back on. And let's put it in the mix. The more stuff going on, the easier it is to hide. Right, so you can see how with some finessing you can make that really blend. You can make that work, and it sounds like we've added a male voice. One more time. Let me mute it. Right, so I think that's working, but I think we can make it even better. And that's another reason I like to use Nectar 3 here as my doubler plugin, because it can also change pitch. So I just click on one of these voices it's made, and you can control that where they are in the stereo field. I'm just going hard left, hard right. And now we're going to go down 12 semitones, which is a full octave lower. So it's the same melody, but just a full octave lower now. Did that on the right side as well. On its own, it's going to sound crazy now. Right, and just bypass little Alterboy and you can hear what it would sound like without any formant lowering. So in a weird way, I think it actually kind of sounds more real by lowering the formant. So by over-processing, we're kind of making it sound less processed because it sounds, again, very fake. Now, normally when I lower the pitch of it as well, like we've done a low octave here, and start blending it against lead vocal, I have to up the formant a little bit because it's like the combo of lowering the pitch and the formant that much kind of is too much. So let's just try to find a sweet spot as we listen here. Probably do something like that myself. Another cool thing about Nectar 3 here is that there's a timing and pitch variation, so we can tighten up the pitch if we want a little. That's better. Now we just got to blend it into the mix, I think. Cool. And generally in something like this, I'd use Corneff's L1 or something like that just to squash the dynamics entirely out of that backing vocal. So it doesn't jump in and out. It's kind of more consistent. Something like this. Great. I'll now play it from the top with it muted and then insert it so you can hear the no male backing vocal and then the male backing vocal added. Great. One more time, but even louder just to make it really obvious. Here it comes. Right? So not a perfect science, but you can pull it off. And I've done this numerous times, including in Darian's songs that I've mixed for her. You can just give the kind of vibe of more voices, not just more Darian, just not more just of the lead singer. And it's a different feeling that comes from that. I do want to note that you can go for the opposite effect, which is when you would want to make a male voice sound female. But in my experience, that is harder to do. The voice shows more artifacts. It gets much worse sound. It's harder to hide. So going female to male seems to be easier than going male to female. To me, your results may vary, and your results will vary dramatically based on the music you're mixing. Because this is a dense, busy, loud rock mix, it's easier to hide stuff like this. If this was just Darian and acoustic guitar, I wouldn't be able to use this trick. We'd have to get a male vocalist if we wanted that male vocal flavor in the song. Now, why male and not female? Because to me, this is a crowd anthem. So by introducing a male voice, we have a male and a female voice now, and it sounds more like an audience might at a festival. So that's why. And yeah, I think it could work pretty cool. We didn't actually do that in the song. We had Darian do a low double organically, and that sounded great as is. But I thought this would be a cool example to show you how I go about doing something like that. I hope you liked it. If you want to see more of my videos, do subscribe, click notifications or thumbs up, whatever you want to do. It all helps me a lot as I grow this YouTube thing. And I've got another video coming up for you right here. Adios. Bye.